Divine Feminine, it's Ruby. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. We're gonna get some energy for you all. Before we get started though, I received a message from Spirit basically just talking about where you're kind of at. All right, so that way you can kind of decide if this reading is for you. You're starting to get into the energy of the Magician, okay? So you're getting into like a magical mindset where you're starting to feel like a momentum surrounding your energy for yourself, for the people in your life right now. So it's taken a while to get here though. That's what Spirit was saying. It's been like a process for you. So let's see a little bit more about what this is about. I have the Illumination Oracles out for you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Okay, substances affecting your life. So I kind of see that card as like the devil energy, because substances to me can just be like anything that has gotten in the way in the past. Confusion. And the third card that came out was loyalty. So on the bottom, we have you're on the right path. So that's kind of what I was getting, was that you were off path for a little while when it came to yourself, your own personal growth. Something threw you off, something threw you for a loop. I feel like this could have been loyalty to a group, loyalty to family, possibly loyalty to friendship circles, loyalty to perhaps other relationships in your life, that you were kind of navigating through some confusion about them. And for a time, I think it was getting in the way of things for you, but no more, no more. So you're on the right path now, and now it's like you have this release that has happened because you're starting to recognize, like for instance, I'm really getting kind of Queen of Swords energy, where you're starting to be able to be like, not my circus, not my monkeys. You're like recognizing when something is someone else's problem, that you don't have to constantly be the one fixing everything for everybody else, mothering other people, and letting people own their own problems and solve their own problems too. Like, we can't be the ones always there to fix everything for everybody else. Sometimes people have to figure things out on their own. Sometimes people have to fall on their face. And sometimes with us intervening, we're not always helping that situation. We can actually be making it worse. People have their own contracts that they need to play out in their lives. So it's not up to us to solve everything for everybody. And plus, it just impacts us on a personal level too. And Divine Feminine, what I think part of what you're realizing is that your loyalty is to you, because now you're on the right path. Your loyalty is to you, okay? First and foremost, it's not to these other things that can affect you. You have to put the mask on yourself first before you can help other people. But some people don't deserve your time, attention, and effort, or they don't anymore. So those contracts are just kind of closing out for you, okay? So let's get a card. Ooh, okay. They're telling me to use I just got the Time Traveler's Oracle. So they want me to use one of those. So let's get a card for Divine Feminine here with what's going on. Hopefully my fan isn't too loud. My air conditioning is broken right now. Activation, guys. So that's exactly what I'm talking about here. So on the bottom it says humans discovering fire. Okay, so this is talking about different locations. And then under that we have creativity. So that's what I was feeling, like this spark, right? Discovering fire, that's like a match, right? It's the magician holding the wand, getting ready to create their own reality. All right, so that's exactly what I was seeing for you. All right, so basically it's saying for the time traveler's message, an activation and emergence of a vibrant, radiant energy is occurring in your life. This can be an enthralling and exciting time for you. Just as the warmth of the sun activates a sprout to push through the soil into the light, you are ascending into a time of new discoveries and vast creativity, which is the other card. Ideas that have been incubating within you for a long time are now being activated and moving towards manifestation. This is a great time to start projects. However, just as the sparks of a new flame need to be cupped and protected from the wind as they build, and just as those early vulnerable sprouts need protection from the weather until they grow strong and tall, so do you need to protect your ideas, discoveries, and projects in their infancy. Be careful to whom you tell your thoughts and innovations. Share your ideas only with those who will be supportive. I was very much getting, you guys, that this substances affecting your life was people. People that do not deserve your time, energy, and attention. So Spirit is saying there's like this caveat to this where yes, this is a big period time for you of expansion and movement forward, and you're going to be manifesting a lot. I'm seeing abundance through creativity in some way. So you using your sacral energy, right? And this can come out in all sorts of different ways, right? So sacral is art, writing, music, doing something creative on the internet, right? Maybe something having to do with different traveling that you might do. But whatever it is you're activating other people by this activity, okay? Whatever it is that you are doing is meant to be part of your path, but you have to keep yourself in your own lane. You need to be keeping your own energy really high right now, and that doesn't involve other people. Healing, right? So that's what I'm saying. You need to focus on keeping your bubble around you to be only those that are the most highest and trusted individuals right now, because I just heard you're protecting your sacred flame. Okay, so let's get a card for overall. You are on the right path now towards this. Divine Feminine. Let's get a card for this right now. Let's get a card for Divine Feminine, please, regarding this energy. 7 of Cups. Because this could lead to confusion with all of these options and all of these choices that you have that are going to be laid at your feet, is what I'm hearing. Because your talent, your creativity is meant to be shown to the masses, right? You're meant to be leadership of some sort. You're meant to be sharing your gifts, whatever this is. And you're going to have all of these people offering you different offers, okay? And you need to have discernment on how you're going to get through that, because you were in a state of confusion before with the wrong people getting into your energy, okay? So that's why this is so important for you to be protective, because you need to be able to use your own intuition to be able to determine what you need to do, right? Okay. Let's get some more for Divine Feminine. Let's see a little bit more for Divine Feminine. Oh my God, you guys, you're coming out as the Empress and the 9 of Pentacles. That's right. You are the one, you've done this work. You've worked on your healing. You are in the process or have moved on from these other situations that were not healthy or beneficial to you, right? And you have done this work to get to your place of the Empress. You're creating, you're focusing on yourself. You are possibly starting a new business. Some of you could be starting some sort of business in relation to the Empress energy. So that's going to be integration type energy, spiritual energy, you know, helping others, right? But being able to draw that line in terms of what is beneficial to you and what is not, okay? But you're focusing on yourself right now, which is great. 7 of Swords, avoiding that. We're avoiding that, okay? So now we have 2 sevens, 7, 7 so far. So these other situations that were not healthy for you, not good for you, we have Queen of Wands, Justice, 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords. And I'm going to pull one more, the Wheel. Yeah. Okay. So you're having to go against what these naysayers are possibly telling you you should be doing. So they could be saying, oh, you're wanting to do something in the spiritual realm. I don't agree with that. What would Aunt Bertha say? Whatever it is. Okay. So it's going against some sort of system that these other people that are not meant for this part of your life. I'm not saying your life at all. You are there to make that decision, but there's something about them that was not upfront, that was not telling you the truth. Okay, there was something backhanded about this, something secretive, and it had to do with words, thoughts, or actions here. Because I'm seeing, well, that's Swords, but also I'm seeing this crow with its mouth open. Okay. Okay, so whatever that was for you, that's going to be different for everybody. It caused you confusion. It caused you to doubt yourself, okay? But justice is coming in regarding this situation because you are rebuilding yourself here. You are rebuilding yourself here. And I'm seeing with the Empress, this Justice card is right under the Empress here. Okay, so that's heavy Libran energy, all right? And then we also have Queen of Wands. This is rebuilding yourself in order to have victory. Like I said, you are a leader. You're going to be out in front of people. You need to be protecting your energy. And in order to get what you want, you need to be walking away from that which doesn't serve you anymore. So for a time, this path before it branched off was working for you, so because you were still learning a lesson about this particular thing, this particular relationship, this family dynamic, this friendship group, this workplace, right? But now you've been through the pain, you understand the pain, you've learned the lesson, okay? So this is fixed sign energy, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, okay? And then we're seeing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here, and Taurus as well. Okay, but the wheel turns when the lesson is learned. And with that fixed sign energy, it can take a little bit while to learn this lesson. Okay, there could have been a couple rounds of this going on before you really realized this just isn't meant for me. This might be what everybody else says that I should be doing or how I should be living my life. But I'm here to tell you, as someone who knows firsthand, the only person who can tell you what your life, how your life should be lived is you. And there's gonna always be people that are happy to give you their suggestions. But just because someone else has experienced something in their life, that doesn't mean that you have to live their life. You're living your life. You're living your incarnation. Okay? And so you don't have to follow societal rules on what everybody else says you should do. Okay? Because I'm just hearing you're the one that has been chosen to do this. Okay? So whether it's from your guides, whether it's from your own higher self, whether this is ancestral and your family line has chosen you to be this person, whatever it is, this is high level. This is extremely important, okay? And so, oh, one thing, this is coming off. This is coming off the top of my graffiti deck as I set those cards down. Trying to get you to stay silent. People who don't want you to speak. People who are afraid of whatever it is that you have to say. And you see these lips, they're breaking through the wall of silence. Okay? All right. So, what else is coming in really quickly for Taurus? What's going to be coming in? Not Taurus. Interesting. That's probably because we had the Empress here. Divine Feminine. What else is going to be coming in for Divine Feminine, please? Four of Swords. Continue to focus on your healing. All right? Again, this bubble, this nest, allow yourself to sit and rest in it while your time is there. This person is working on healing their heart, okay? So that's what Spirit wants you to do. There will be time. You're on the precipice of this new beginning here. I'm seeing the Page of Swords. Like, there's definitely something you've learned from this entire thing here, but the Four of Wands was sticking out. So it's like the portal will still be here for you to move into this new phase, right? As long as you stay on track and focus yourself where it's going to benefit you the most. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Divine Feminine. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out my playlist. If you would like a private reading, I'm offering those through Soulful Revolution TV. You can find the link in the description box. And I offer 2 different types of readings, in person and pre-recorded. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.